Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Wednesday 11th of August. Now I just want to remind you to share our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Facebook Real Talk with Saieed Ali, YouTube, TT, subscribe, hit the bell and you don't know when we go live. So viewers, the new variant have reached our shores in Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine that. But before we go into this, I just want to give you a little reminder that those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have property to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. And for those of you who are looking for a greater reward on your investment, a higher percentage rate, presently in Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Group of Companies is offering you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, between 3% to 3.5% on a Real Talk investment. So viewers, we are currently paying the highest percentage rate on your investment right now. And remember, I do have my credit union coming on stream soon, Real Talk Credit Union, hopefully in November month. Real Talk Credit Union should be booted right here in Trinidad and Tobago. But I want to encourage you, if you're looking for a greater reward on your hard-earned cash, you would say to yourself, I have a 10,000, I have a 20,000, I'll put it in a credit union, or I'll put it in a bank and I would leave it there for 3, 4, 5 years. And when you get your annual reading, it's like, wait, I ain't getting nothing. So I am encouraging you tonight, viewers, a Real Talk investment, you will get between 3 to 3.5% on your hard-earned cash, on your reward, on your investment. So I'm asking you to contact us at 267-7325, 238-6716 or 339-1670 for information on how you can make your Real Talk investment. So as we go along tonight, viewers, the Ministry of Health has confirmed its first 2 cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant of concerns in Trinidad and Tobago. I get a feedback here now. I don't know why. The first patient is a recently returned national who traveled to Trinidad from the United States. The second patient is a recently returned national who traveled to Trinidad from Mexico. As per existing quarantine protocol, the nationals provided negative PCR tests, which were taken 72 hours prior to their arrivals. Nationals were immediately placed into state-supervised quarantine as per the protocol for unvaccinated adults. We currently have existing in Trinidad different variants of the coronavirus. We have the P1 Brazilian variant, the Gamma variant, which is in Tobago, and now the B1 Delta variant. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night. This is the imitation vaccine vagrant. Remember last night when I was asking the hard question about the pregnant woman? If they did sequencing?
Yes.
For us to find out if the Delta variant is here, and I tell you it's here already and they're hiding it. They're listening to your program, So we have to match them up.
Correct.
You understand? No, they still have to finish answer my question. I want to know if they do sequencing on that woman, that pregnant woman who died, and the baby. They want to open school. They have to answer my question before they open the school. The other thing is, Said, I want to go back on that policeman. Okay, I pull back that. I want to go on the advisor to the commissioner of police on the boat. All that scenario has elements of trafficking. And let me identify the elements. In the dark, 8 o'clock in the night, in a boat with plenty people, women and children, police involved, and we're not too sure what's going on. They had to tell us, the ladies, who were they from, the men, if bullet was on it, etc., etc. Every single element of trafficking in human was in that scenario. That to flesh it out, that to be transparent. Because on that, else Gary are coming for him too, Tell him the vaccine vigorous imitation will come up and let us know what's going on there. I go on. I have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. We ain't hear nothing from that again, We ain't hear nothing from that, If they were legal or illegal citizens on that boat, Nothing, absolutely nothing came out of that. It surfaced up and it just dropped. So feel free to call in, viewers. It's our show tonight. It's public concerns. We do the road, the bridges, the drains. Feel free to call in. Voice your concerns, voice your opinions. Let us know when last you saw the minister in your area. Let us know when last you see the councillors, the MPs. Are they up and functioning? We want to know that. Because, from I believe since January, February, we started the Wednesday night shows on the public concerns, highlighting roads, bridges, and drainage throughout Trinidad and Tobago to make sure it reaches in the air of the Works and Transport Minister or the Works and Transport Ministry. So just a little update of issues in Trinidad and Tobago today. The final shipment of COVID-19 vaccine via the COVAX facility has arrived in Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Health confirms that the shipment contained 33,600 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine arrived around 6 a.m. this morning. Pfizer vaccine for TNT. The U.S. government have stated that it will deliver nearly 837,000 Pfizer vaccine to Caribbean national as the region now struggles with a spike in COVID-19 cases. The Bahamas will receive 397,000 doses, followed by Trinidad and Tobago with more than 305,000 doses. The Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine donated by the U.S. government is expected to arrive in the country at 8:15 a.m. on August 12th. So viewers, August 12th is tomorrow. Keep our fingers crossed and hope it arrives. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
That train, Lapai, on the main road is still posing a threat. There's an accident waiting to happen. And I am calling on the MP for the area, Mr. Dinesh Rambali, to see what he could do from his office to rectify that situation. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. So, Mr. Rambali, please visit the tree. Please visit the tree and see if you can do anything about it. Because, pull up the arrow, the one with the arrow. That is the tree, viewer. It's on the Caroni Road. You will see where the branch has been broken off and it is hanging there still. Up to yesterday, we got a call that side branch is still there. Nobody have done anything about it. But I'm waiting to see if that branch fall on somebody's vehicle. Then the bacchanal will start in Trinidad and Tobago. So it's more like they're waiting for the bacchanal to start instead of preventing the bacchanal from happening. We lackadaisical in Trinidad. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night. I'm concerned about recent statement by Caribbean Airlines say that they're not making any money at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know the problem that journalists have in Trinidad? They see something like that and they would call Caribbean Airlines to ask them what's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is right there. They're running the flights with under 50% passengers.
Yes.
And there are so many people running on the flights free and not paying. That's like what the government with the hotels to go and eat food and not pay.
Thousands of dollars in roti.
Yeah, how do you expect to make money when you run your plane empty, and, you know?
Yes, yes.
So the journalists have to call Caribbean and find out when the last time they had a full flight. Because when I drive a passenger recently and when she called the airline, they say all the flight is full up. When she reached and she come in the plane have seat for another 200 people.
Wow.
So who is answering the phone?
True.
They have the wrong people working for them.
Correct. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for highlighting it too. Hey, Caribbean Airline, remember the government bailed them out a couple of years back? What happened to all that money? What happened to all that money that were pumped into the airline? Did we get it back? Did we get it back? Because that was taxpaying citizen money. As preparations are on the way for reopening of the retail sector, the Confederation of Regional Business Chamber states that 6,000 businesses around the country will remain permanently closed. Coordinator of the Confederation, Jai Leeladhar Singh, stated that based on a survey, about 6,000 out of 17,000 small and medium enterprises are facing economic closure. Just imagine that, 6,000 business places. That is 6,000 owners, followed by, let's say, about 3-4 staff, or it could be more. You understand? So when we look at it, let's say 6,000 business. 6,000 business have 5 or 10 staff each. Look at the amount of people on the bread line. Just think about that. Look at the amount of people on the bread line. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr.
Go right ahead.
I just want to find out something. I want to ask that question. How is the testing for this Delta variant? Is it the same way the testing for the COVID-19? We confused, but just want to know.
My friend, very good questions. I am confused.
Because we don't know how the testing is the Delta variant.
I'm confused.
Really like some answers on that, please.
The first question is, are they still testing? Are they still testing? Because mass vaccination going on throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Just come in and take your vaccine. Come in and take your vaccine. But it's strange, It's strange, it's strange, it's strange. Public concerns, Wednesday night, feel free to call in. So we're moving into some bad roads and drains in Trinidad and Tobago now, viewers. This is our segment. I would like you to call in, voice your concerns, tell us where the road is, and let us know if and when last have you seen your councillor or the MP. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Okay. Mr. Ali?
Yes, sir.
I'm coming in connection with the National Rock Road. Mr. Abadi sent in all the videos this week, right? And I'm going to highlight it tonight, you know?
Once it's on the script, it will be highlighted, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Deplorable roads in Mamoral. This is the condition of the Mamoral Road. Starting from the crossing straight up to Memorial number 2. So I believe this is the crossing. The last time the MP for the area was seen was for election. I am pleading on our MP, Mr. Foster Cummings, to assist us in fixing the road. Wow. That is pothole mother and pothole son or pothole daughter. I tell her every Wednesday night we highlighted it, you know. Every Wednesday night. We ain't skipping our Wednesday. Every Wednesday night we doing it like this. We bring in the roads, the bad roads, the bridges, the drains from different areas in Trinidad and Tobago until it reached the ministry. Caller, good night.
Night, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Mute your television, please.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I must commend you on your job, which you are taking your time to solve the problem in the other day. I must say, I called you a few months ago in Chatham Road, right?
Yes, go ahead, I'm hearing you.
I must say, you see what's done over the weekend. But right in front of us, not right in the design.
This concerning the leak.
Yeah, but it started reporting. But one friend, but that road, the same way, the road, the come, not for them. Shakar Kilakun, we started. It was for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Wasa, they need to fix the road. You all need to stop digging up the road when they pave it. As soon as they hear a piece of road fixed in Trinidad, 2 days, 3 days, a week after, Wasa going and dig up the very said road that were paved. So we go down to Moruga. There have been road condition on the Moruga main road for a while now. Nothing is being done to address this matter, and it is now affecting maxi taxi and taxis, drivers. So this is the condition of the Moruga road, viewers. You know the Moruga has some bad road down there, you know. Caller, good night.
Good night. Saeed.
Yes, my dear.
Good night. I'm calling to let you know that on Mondo Road, Shamfle, since Sunday, there has been a burst of water main, and we are not getting any water up on the hill.
Okay.
Right? And so far, calling to find out about what's happening from water is like you're up a brick wall, you're against a brick wall.
Where is the leak again?
Mondo Road and Shamfle.
Mondo Road in Shamfle.
Yeah, it was like a sea, a river running there on Sunday.
That's Sunday gone?
Yeah, Sunday gone. And after today, well, no positive feedback.
Thank you, my dear, for highlighting the matter. A concerned person is bringing up an issue of flooding situation at their home whenever rain falls. It is believed that if a box drain is fitted, the situation may not worsen. MP for the area is Kamala Prasad Bisesa. So look at the box drain, look at the flooding in the area. Every time rain fall, the persons are saying that the drains, if there's a box drain in the area, it will pull out the water and they will not get any flooding in that area. So, Ms. Kamala, could you please check out the area? I believe it is your constituency. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
This is one Jama Bikram from 94 Forest Park, Face Claxonby.
Repeat what you just said.
This is one Jama Bikram from 94 Forest Park, Face Claxonby.
Okay, go right ahead.
There is about 100 feet of drain just the front of my house. It needs cleaning for the longest while. It's about 2 years now. The water is very standard.
Wow.
And we have a lot of children. It brings a lot of mosquitoes. But I can't believe when last we saw the MP for the area here.
Who's the MP for the area?
That's their name from top in the Tabakin Dam area from there.
Okay. And the councillor, who is the councillor?
I can't remember his name later.
Thank you so much for calling in, my dear. A concerned citizen is having issues with flooding in the penal area. The penal area. Very flooding for the penal?
That is very small. And what happens is that the water bottlenecking.
Every time Alkal shower fall along in penal, it's rain. It's flood right through penal. Call a good night.
from my CJ with some big potholes, all right, some loopholes. Is it this is the any?
I understand.
Then it has some in my side starter. They blocked about there. There's some big hole there. They put a chair, they put a stick, only one vehicle to go in.
Wow.
Can you have a look at it and see?
I will try to go there and see over the weekend. I will try to visit the area, my friend.
No problem.
Thank you for highlighting it. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Shana has raised an issue of a water leak in Makoya settlement, Chinapona. Assistance is needed. So the water leak in Makoya. Caller, good night.
Yeah, hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Call body water that water have the water line. Right, send a video on WhatsApp for the 339 number. Right, every 2 days, you fill that black, red, black, and dirty.
That's the water that comes on your tap?
Yes, the water from the water line and tap.
Alright, what area is this?
There's Konopia area.
Konopia. Is it a street or in Konopia Main Road?
Main road.
Konopia Main Road, okay. Now, could you give us like a landmark as to exactly where in Konopia? Because Konopia is a big area.
Near the Warrenville Mosque.
Warrenville Mosque. Alright, not a problem. Thank you so much for highlighting it, my friend.
Okay, sir.
Current river condition in La Pile village, Caroni, whereby if rain falls heavy, there is no bank to save the village. Sandbags were requested. However, MP for the area, Dinesh Rambali, was of no assistance. This is what the sender is saying. So that is the riverbank. If rain falls, no assistance. You know, my friend, we have too much of MPs. Too much of MPs who is not visiting areas. So what do we do about it? Why does an individual go up for a member of parliament when your constituency is not seeing you? They are not hearing you. What the hell are you really doing? What are you really doing? Just going there to collect taxpaying citizen money? Is that what you're really doing? You're forgetting where you come from. You're forgetting the neighbors. You're forgetting the neighborhood. You're forgetting the villagers. You want the village to support you. Okay, no problem. They supported you. Now, as soon as you get into office, you forget where you came from. Why is this always happening? Why? Could somebody tell me why the hell is always happening? Why does an MP always have to forget where they came from? Why is this? Because you reach in a position, use this big Dan man, you can't look down on the poor again, and you come from the poor. You're expecting the poor to support you. And when they reach in a position, as soon as you start to wear jacket and tie, and your shoes start to look a little shiny, and you move from a Datsun 120 to Almira, you're forgetting the poor people. Why the hell is always happening? Why? And it's always write a letter. Come in my office. Come and see me. Thursday I have office. We come into the bloody hell office. We see in here. You're taking all the information and you're stashing it on a tray and it remains right there. Right there. How hard it is for the MPs to come out and go in your constituency. How hard it is. Like I said before, if every MP fix their constituency, Trinidad would be better. If every MP see about the road in their community, if every MP see about the drainage in their community, if every MP Every MP see about the water and the lights and the facilities in the constituency. Let me tell you something, citizens. We would have a better place. We want to bring first world law in our third world country. How the hell you expect it to work? How the hell you expect it to work? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, sir.
Yes, what happened, the program was a very lovely program. I don't miss the program. What happened is that on Sunday I had sent a video to you concerning the water problem with the flooding in the canal area where the Ramzan village. Where the cylinders are too small, where they put about 60 years ago. And my daughter had sent it to you on Sunday and you had replied to her. I don't know if you could show everybody, show the nation what has happened.
In Ramjan?
Yes, in Ramjan, in Road Pinal.
I remember replying to her.
Yes, you did reply immediately. I do admire what you did. You know, we need to make sure this is what is happening in this place.
Thank you so much.
And keep sure people work, sir, and keep trying to help these people of this nation.
Nice story for.
You want to help people. Okay, Mr. Saieed, and you and your family, and God bless you, and you have a great one. Thank you again.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, the video you're about to see now is the Penal area. It's in the Ramjan Link Road in Penal.
That is very small.
This is the flooding that is taking place there. And residents have made several complaints. And I feel it's only when somebody die of flood in the area, then the MP and then the Ministry of Works might visit the area. It's only when somebody die out of flooding. I'm telling all you see, unless I ain't get on stink on TV, those in authority would not listen. And if that is what it takes, that is what I will do. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
I'm calling. I'm living in Kelly Village, County.
And
we have been getting Village Road from over 40 years to fix.
All right. Exactly where in Kelly Village in Caroni you live?
Inside Riverton Branch Road, Island Street.
We just repeat it.
Pardon me?
Just repeat it.
Inside Riverton Branch Road and Island Street.
All right. Tell us about the road condition there.
Well, the road is very bad. Big potholes and things. Part of the road to the beginning, they fixed it because somebody had a wedding and the guy was born in the girl. The girl had family working in the military with her, and they fixed part of the road due to the wedding, and they left the next half of the road, and they said they will come back and fix it, but after 7 years, never come back and do anything. So we waited. I guess everybody make up a letter and let everybody sign or something and take this to the place and fill up on it. The guy told me that they don't have money.
No money. That's the corporation.
Right. So the last we ever got, the only person who did a good job when Mr. Pandit was there, he sent a crane and cleared all the rivers and garbage and things, and we didn't get stuff the past 15 years.
Wow.
But since after that, nobody ever do that. We
But-
want to have drainage and we want the road fixed. Because for the past 40 years, we've been begging for this road fixed and they keep saying they don't have money.
What about the drainage in that road?
They don't have proper drainage. They don't have proper drainage. They have a labor right next door. They have the store water running in the drain and that is the smelling so bad also. When they tell the ministry, they say, well, that is the law. So I don't understand this kind of nonsense and going on. They say that they can't make results because everybody's doing that now.
So inside that street, is there any other citizens who suspect water runs out in drain?
Only these people next door.
Wow. But did a health inspector visit the area at any point in time?
Pardon me?
Did a health inspector visit the area at any point in time?
No, when you ask them, when them people send people and just spray and whatnot, and you tell them, they say they can't do anything about it, but the home is doing that.
Wow.
So, when you install, it's smelling up all inside the house, it smells coming in, it's smelling really bad. So we want to know when we're going to get this road fixed, because the only six parts of the duty driving and the lead the next half taxi driver doesn't want to come in inside of this road to drop anybody.
So I feel if we have our next wedding, on Saturday, next I would fix.
It looks so, because it looks like you have to know somebody who knows somebody to get things done up and that, and these empty and them, you only see them once in every 5 years when it's time for election. You know what the MP said the last time? If they win the election, they will fix. So we asked them, so what about if they don't win? They said they can't do anything for us.
Wow.
So could you believe that?
It's sad, but that is the reality we are facing presently.
I know.
My dear, thank you so much for highlighting it.
You're welcome.
Like I said, viewers, every Wednesday in the week, we're highlighting this until it gets to the ministry, until it gets to the ministers, until it gets to the MPs, until it gets to the councillor, until it starts to go under their skin, until it starts to hit them in the air like an ice pick hitting them. Every Wednesday we're doing it. They could say what they want. They could say what they want. If they had to get a bad name, they're getting it every Wednesday. Where they getting it? On Real Talk with Saieed Ali. What station? On Synergy Station. That's the only way we could get things done. Is by highlighting it over and over and over. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
I'm okay. Go right ahead.
I just thought to pick up the councillor for David, Mr. Krishna Prasad. That man has been working tremendously in the area of flood victims, to give them hampers to the unfortunate, that all through the COVID season he was around.
Tell us of some of the things he did.
He helped out people by assisting them with food hampers. And assisting them with things for schools.
Okay.
Right? And helping them out with little finances and things to keep them going. So this man, although he has been by himself there, he's doing things from himself. If other MPs could do that in the area, that'd be nice.
I understand. What's his name again?
Krishna Prasad Singh.
Krishna Prasad Singh for Bharat area?
For Devi.
For Devi?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he get a good big up tonight.
Yes, he deserves it well.
I do hope he continue his good works.
Thank you.
Thank you for highlighting it, my friend. So we're going up to Manzalina now. The road has last been paved since 1996. It's the last time that this road have been paved, in 1996. This road is a main bypass. If there is any obstruction on the Manzalina main road to Sangre Chiquito, vehicles now have to be diverted through this Kaigul road. Letters were sent to the ministers, but no one is helping, and assistance is needed. You have the road there? Yeah. So viewers, this is Kaigul Road. It is a main road that when you hear the Manzalina road is blocked off, they pass through this road. And look at the condition of that road. Look at the condition of that road. And the drivers, the taxi drivers, the maxi drivers, the individuals with cars, bus, van, truck, whatever it is, they pay their road tax. They pay their gasoline tax. They pay their parts. When they buy parts to fix their vehicle, they pay tax. So why the hell now this road is in this condition? Where is the MP? Where is the councillor? Citizens have been calling out to the ministry. And the last time that road have been paved is way back in 1996. So from 1996 to present, as you could see the condition of the road. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, I've seen a road in TV they were showing right now.
Mandalena.
Yeah, with some big hole.
That's pothole and pothole young one and pothole grandchildren and things.
Right. I noticed them crocodiles afraid to come out in hole like that, where the hole want to swallow them. You understand? Crocodiles afraid hole like that.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going to continue doing it. We are going to continue doing it. If this have to be the only show on television in Trinidad and Tobago that highlighting the bad roads and highlighting the drains and the bridges in TNT for MPs and councillors to be aware of, we will do it. And if I had to come here on national television and get on like a madman to get the bloody hell road fixed, I will do it, because we cannot protest, because we're in the COVID-19 pandemic and there was no gathering. So for the last 5 years, we have been in a pandemic. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Are you okay? Go right ahead.
I call concerning I got a prescription from the hospital, San Fernando General Hospital. I went to the pharmacy. I only get 1 tablet out of 6 tablets.
Wow.
1 tablet out of 6. I don't know where the other thing they're doing. Your good friend.
My good friend? But the kind of statement that man is make, watch me, even though I want to light him up, I just be forced to light him up.
Well, you have to open some fire, man. This is unfair, man. We contribute. For my years, we pay taxes. And now come, you want your little medication, you can't get it. You're walking away.
I understand. Thank you, my friend. You see, I go tell you something, I go tell you something. It's like nobody cares anymore. Who on top, who underneath. And that is how it's going. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Does the administration care about the road? Does the administration care about the poor? Does the administration care about social development? Do they care about the hospitals? Do they care about the schools? Do they care about the teachers? Do they care about pension? Do they care about NIS? Caller, good night.
Right, good night. I have a suggestion to make.
Talk to me.
Right, the suggestion is that if the central government is not paying or not coming up with funds to help communities, couldn't they pay the money to the warden office or the local county council office, and they could pull the money and do the structure of the roads and the drainage in the area, instead of up to the politician to decide what to do and what not to do, and they already discriminating against who vote UNC and who vote PLM?
Correct, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. You see, now, we have contractors in Trinidad. What works and transport supposed to be doing? We have counties throughout Trinidad. There are boundaries with cooperation. We have the highway division. But there is always some contractor who wants millions of dollars to pave a piece of road. And apparently, to put some excavator and some backhoe and some trucks and a good workforce in a corporation, apparently it will cost too much. But it is not going to cost too much to give a contractor a contract to fix a piece of road. And when you're passing on the road now, it's like my ROC. Or you know when you hear we have a spring tide and the rain falls and the shoreline, the waves batter the shoreline, that is how some of the roads are in Trinidad. And the thing is, nobody is taking responsibility for accountability. A simple thing as the highway. A simple thing as the highway. Just imagine you running on a highway and you ain't boo 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 boo. Like if a man beating a drum. We have main roads through Trinidad and Tobago, and it's the worst set of roads I could say probably in the Caribbean. Because I visited Jamaica, I visited Grenada, I visited Guyana, I went to other Caribbean countries, and the road is smooth right there in Tobago if you go there. The road is smooth. So what happened to bloody hell Trinidad now, where we have a pitch lake? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, one thing, we know we have a state emergency and COVID, so why we can't demonstrate?
Hey, caller, it have state of emergency what's going on right now, and it have contractors working in the night.
Right, and here is again, when you're going to line up for the vaccine, see more people line up for the vaccine, and there's more than 5% there, so why we can't demonstrate? Now, this government have to understand that we are the people, we are the boss of this country. We employ them by votes to run this country. And if they can't run the country properly and lie to the nation, they must leave. They must leave because I don't understand what they are doing. No, and even when the news media asks them how much the vaccine costs, they say they can't give the account at the vaccine because the people want them to order the vaccine first, then you will get the price. You think that is right? But the people have to understand we are the boss of this country, and if we say the government have to go, they have to go. You understand what I mean, Mr. Said?
Thank you, my friend. So here is viewers. Persons in Queen Street, in Arangwes area, have been running their garbage on the public road for years, hindering persons from parking. This has become a total inconvenience to the people within the area. The roadway is soiled with grease from their work, and the drains are being polluted. Neither the corporation nor is the police service doing anything about it. Just imagine that, eh? The Arangwes area, in Queen Street in Arangwes area, they are complaining about the garbage or the garage on the road. If you're doing mechanic now, you're supposed to have a garage to do your mechanic. But when you're doing mechanic on the road, what do you expect? Oil and grease on the road? After highlighting my box drain and broken street light issue on your program, Real Talk, a letter was sent from the Princeton Regional Corporation, which indicated that this matter falls under their jurisdiction. A letter was sent to the HGC in 2019, where I was told to contact Mr. Larry McDonald, which was unsuccessful. Moreover, the light pole issue have not been resolved as yet, as persons are now pleading with the relevant authority to resolve these matters urgently. You see, I'm going to tell you something. When someone sends in a letter to protest for bad road condition in Trinidad and Tobago, I want the Commissioner's office to understand something. I want them to understand something. The people don't want to protest, you know. They don't want to protest. But it's because of the situation. It's because they have waited and waited and waited and no response coming to road. Caller, good night.
Hello, good evening.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
All right. Let me just commend you on this program. My name is Dinesh Rambali, the Member of Parliament for Chaguanas West.
Dinesh Rambali, my friend, thank you for looking on.
All right. Well, thank you that I was able to get you to your program. I appreciate some of the comments and stuff that have been made. I have not been following today's program, but a couple of people did contact me, so I thought I owed a duty to your program and to those who follow it. I just wanted to point out a couple things. Since 19th of October 2020,
yes,
when we had the Standing Finance Committee following on the reading of the budget, I did raise in the Parliament directly with the Minister of Works and Transport,
yes,
Minister Rohan Sinnan, and that is recorded in the Hansard. I can always supply your station a copy of the Hansard. But I had written to him prior to that, telling him that we had some serious issues in terms of the Caroni River bank, certainly along the Lapai area, and also Caroni Village. And what has happened is that I did write to him telling him that the bank itself was compromised.
Okay.
In some cases it was because of bad work, and in other cases it was compromised by the very contractors that they were sending to do the work. So that I did raise it prior to October. I'm sorry I can't find that letter now. But in the Standing Finance Committee, which was on the 19th of October 2020, I raised them and I said, Minister, in the Parliament, as well as recodifying what I had said in the letter that I wrote him, I have invited you to come and walk with me along the Caroni Bank so I could point out to you where the villagers have identified there is a compromise. So that is number one. Number two, I visited the Lapai area, Tulloch Street Extension, and a couple of the areas also along Caroni Village. Now, remember Caroni Village, this problem starts from behind Vishnu Boys College coming down. So I have walked that area with the villagers, and I want to let them know, for those who don't know, that I was there, I believe it was the 18th of May, around that time.
Yes.
I also visited on the 50th of July. Now, recently, when the government was going for the mid-year review, the mid-year budget review, you may recall that there was a Standing Finance Committee just prior to the reading of it, where they was looking to, increase some of the appropriations and stuff, right?
Yes.
That was done virtually. I don't know if your viewers would remember that. But why I raised it was because I had to leave that Standing Finance Committee to go Tulloch Street Extension. Now, I know the persons there. I met with the villagers. The bank is seriously compromised. So consequent on that meeting, when I met with the villagers, there are proposals which we have put forward to the Minister of Works and the Ministry of Drainage Division, where we are considering, there's a particular part of that river which is along the Tulloch Street Extension now I'm talking about, where we might be able to straighten the river. Now, I mean, this is me. I am the MP. I am working with some of the citizens from the area, the constituents. There is a possibility if we excavate the river to straighten that certain part of it, we can then take the fill and put it on the other side, which is the Tulloch Street side.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know people are saying, I suppose, and rightfully so. Remember, in this time, if they are not aware, it is easy to think, well, the member of parliament nowhere around, right?
Yes.
And that is fine, but I thought I should raise it so that hopefully these people know that it is a work in progress. I mean, unfortunately, the relief is not coming fast enough. There are persons' names, I don't want to call them, but I will call his surname, Mr. Ramnath, who is from Tulloch Street there. With some of them, there's who we call Mr. Lapai himself. These are people who have been raising this with me, and every time they raise it with me, I do take the pictures, I go myself, I meet the persons there along the bank, and we are hoping that we can get some kind of response from them. What I will also say is that on the 23rd of February of this year, the councillor for that area, Mr. Richard Rampasad, he shared with me a letter dated 23rd February 2011, which he received from the Ministry of Drainage, Drainage and Works Division, where they indicated that the position was that they would be embarking upon an aggressive remedial work for the floodgates along that particular area, the Caroni River. So I don't know if this helps some of the questions that I understand have been raised in your program, and I certainly appreciate you allowing me this time.
Not a problem. Now, Minister, Mr. Dinesh, I do want to thank you so much for contacting us and sharing the updates on what you have been doing for that community.
What I would do, Saeed, is that I think maybe what I can do is I will share my correspondence with the media
Yes.
So that if the media, somehow they have space that they can, put some kind of chronology using the correspondence, people will be aware of how it is being raised, Now, when I raise these things, remember we have to follow a process. I'm not saying that I agree with the process because the help is not coming as quickly as we need it. And you will recall recently with the flooding, in fact, South was damaged more than North.
Yes.
This was the Emancipation weekend.
Yes.
I was down in that area. I was there. I mean, we were panicking. I don't sleep any night when rain starts falling, right? Because I always think about these people along that riverbank. It is severely compromised at certain places. And recently, one of the floodgates was being compromised. It is actually in the same street where MP Rudy in Nursing lives. MP Rudy in Nursing, the villagers along that street, and myself, we did meet with the minister. He did come in person, and we reminded him on that occasion in person that we need some serious work to be done along the Caroni Riverbank, which he said that, yes, the contractors are desilting and they are trying to find a way. Now, that is him saying that, but I am not here to parrot what the minister is doing. I am saying that I am following it as best as I can to try and get them to focus on these compromised areas along the Caroni Riverbank.
My friend, I do want to thank you for so much again for getting in touch with us. And we do this every Wednesday night. I have dedicated every single Wednesday to highlight issues that citizens are facing concerning the roads, the drainage, bridges. Every Wednesday we're doing this. So if you have any ventures or any updates on anything that you are doing, or even your colleagues in other districts, feel free to call in on a Wednesday night so that they can also share what they are doing in their community.
And Saeed, if you just give me 30 seconds again, my number, my personal number is not personal to me, it has become public. My
okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Text me a number, text me a number, text me 339-1670, that is my cell phone, you can text me a number and we will talk on a one-on-one basis.
Right, but I want everybody to know my number is 791-7778. Once people WhatsApp me, they call me, whatever, I do not. If I don't answer the same time, I will respond shortly thereafter as soon as I can. People can let me know, and I am in the trenches trying to deal with some of these things because, as I said, the relief is not coming fast enough. Somebody raised something about a tree last. The truth of the matter is we were on that, MP Rudy and Nursing and myself, we were liaising with the authorities. I know current was written around maybe 8 or half 8 last night. So, I trust that it hasn't had any disruption. I didn't receive any reports. But these are things that we are trying our best to follow up. And thank you again so much.
Not a problem. Thank you, my friend. So viewers, this is how we're doing it on a Wednesday. You see how we call in tonight? This is what we want. This is what we want. We want MPs, we want councillors. Call in on a Wednesday night. Tell us what you're doing. Look, that was wonderful. It was brought to his attention that on a Wednesday night that they're highlighting certain things. So he took the time out to look at the program, and he also took the time out to call in and to inform the citizens of his community what is in progress, what he is doing. So I do want to thank him for calling in and joining us tonight. Viewer, you see, if we don't stand up, if we don't do things like this, nothing will take place. We wouldn't know what is going on. So I don't mind dedicating a Wednesday night show just for this. Because there is no other show in Trinidad and Tobago that highlights the issues like Real Talk. No other shows. That is why I said on a Wednesday we're doing it different. If I had to come on a set and get on stink and dirty, so let people say, well, hey, look, Saeed is a madman, but he's highlighting the road. Let me tell you something, the madman ain't burning my skin. But as long as we get the road fixed, that is my concern. That is my priority. Not me alone on the road. Some people would say, oh, Saeed, you're getting on like a madman, and you're this and you're that. But when the bloody hell road fixed, as sure as you, your wife, your children, your grandchildren, your grandfather, your uncle, your tanty, your nephew, your niece, your neighbor, everybody using the same road. But Saeed is a madman. Well, let me be the madman who getting things done in Trinidad and Tobago. I do business what people say. I do business what people say, because them same people who are talking, they will be afraid They would be afraid to come out in front of a camera or to write a letter or to say something. But Saieed is a madman. Let me be the madman that get things done in Trinidad. You see, I've been a madman for a year and a half, and how much we get? About 8 legislations and bills passed? That's the act of a madman. When I tell you I want it, I want it. When I say I need it, I need it. I didn't come to play games. I didn't come to make friends. I come to serve a purpose. I will fulfill my purpose until the good Lord said, Saieed, I am calling you home. So viewers, just a reminder, you have a call? Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Yes, I would like to thank our councillor, Bamati Gosain of the Las Lomas San Rafael area.
I spoke with her a couple of weeks back.
She is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. You won't believe there were roads like Makne that was impassable. Miss Gosain did her best. Miss Gosain takes money out of her own pockets to help our people in need of food. She cooks. She put in her time, her effort, and her love. I would just like to say thank you so much to Miss Gosain for our San Rafael Las Lomas area. May God bless her, and we love her so much.
Thank you, my dear. And I know she works hard in the area. I know she works hard in the area. But nevertheless, viewers, every Wednesday we're doing it like this. Every Wednesday we're doing it like this. You see, if we only talk about politics and the road getting bad, and more pothole, and pothole young one, and pothole young one had children on top of that, you know what is that? You know what is that? That's where we're going back to a long time where Tasca used to pass on the road. But I decide we don't want no Tasca passing on the road. We want the nice, smooth Baba Green road. That is what we need. So viewers, just a little reminder, we probably have about 2 minutes or 3 minutes left on our show tonight. You had earned cash. You have it in a financial institute. You have it there put down for 5 years. And you have a growth of 1% over 5 years. Does that benefit you on your hard-earned cash? No. So here's what you could do. Pick up your telephone tomorrow from 9 a.m. Call this number 238-6716 or 339-1670 and ask about our Real Talk investment. Real Talk investment is presently paying a percentage rate from 3 to 3.5 on your hard-earned cash. It is the highest percentage rate presently being paid out in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to a fixed investment. There is no other financial institute in Trinidad and Tobago presently that is beating back those percentage rates. So if you want to make the proper investment, you want a proper reward for yourself, for your grandchildren, or for your children, contact me tomorrow at 339-1670 and ask about our rates, our return rates on your hard-earned cash. So viewers, just imagine, in the pandemic, this is what I'm doing for you, the citizens. In the pandemic, you're getting a higher rate. While other institutes are cutting down on their rates, Real Talk Investment is giving you the rates that you long for. From 3% to 3.5%. Where? In the pandemic. Why? Because when God said, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Why? I will bless you when no other bless you. I will raise you up when everybody puts you down. I think I'm getting things done. Through man? No. Through the willpower of God that he have embedded in me. So viewers, 1 minute left on our show tonight. Feel free to call us tomorrow, 238-6716 or 339-1670. And there's a new number, 267-7325. The numbers are on screen, viewers. Save the numbers. Call me tomorrow to find out of the Real Talk investment. Let your money grow in a pandemic. You want a better blessings than that? You don't need a better blessings than that. So until we meet again, I am Saeed. This is Real Talk with Saieed Ali, live on Synergy Television from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. The #1 current affairs program right now in Trinidad and Tobago, and the third best news forecast. Why did they bring us third? Because we bring the real issue to you, and we are allowing you to communicate with us via our live show. So until we meet again, viewers, be safe. The Delta variant is in Trinidad. Take your necessary precautions for you and your family. Until we meet for a Bacchanal Thursday, I am Saieed Ali. Good night.